Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Evertrude Just Plays is back with another castle build while Valheim explodes. Yes, explodes. So today I'm going to show you guys what I've kind of been working on here. And this will get you, hopefully... So the preliminary build that I did, I had mentioned, is kind of just a general guideline layout, right? So... Oops. Helps if I can type. Holy shit, I can't type. That. Alright, now we got hover power. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so nothing has really changed with this part yet. I haven't finished completing this guard tower, and I'm not sure if I'm keeping this tower yet in terms of its general design. I do like the fact that it goes underneath this over here, but like I said, I'm not sure if this is the same shape it's going to stay. I might go with a slightly different tower that's more comparable to something larger. And with that being said, the inn, nothing's changed. The mead house, nothing's changed. Same with the tavern. So most of this courtyard here is exactly what you guys saw in my last video. What I did change is this second entry-level courtyard thing here. So I have my graphics turned pretty much all the way down. And the reason for that is because if I turn everything up, my frame rate bombs because of how many of these transparent thingies I have. It literally rips my computer's GPU in half. I figured a 2070 Super is strong enough for this game, but apparently when you build something the size of an entire continent, it's a problem. So I pretty much have everything turned down. It also adds to, or kind of fixes the brightness as well, so you can see it's a lot easier to see, especially at night. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go sleep in here, make it daytime, because ain't nobody want to be building at night. And I'll show you kind of how I modified this castle. So the last castle I just built out of bricks, and it kind of gave me a general idea of what I wanted with the layout. But some of it didn't work just because of dimensions or how many blocks I used, etc. So once I got a kind of idea of what I was looking for, I went and I basically built this entire castle out of cages. That gives you the strongest ability to stack stone as high as possible without a problem, without using other clever uses of game mechanics. I do happen to know that there's a few ways you can pretty much infinitely stack stone without worrying about the height or whatever. I didn't want to deal with all that. Let's get rid of that. So, the first thing you'll notice is that I have this. This is kind of meant to look like a water runoff that leads into like another prison type section. So this would be like just the holding cell, and then it comes up into the castle. You guys will see that castle later. Other than that, that's more just for aesthetics because I liked it, and I wanted to see kind of if this water runoff type look would work for this, and it does actually pretty well. One thing I thought about doing is instead of those, I was gonna go maybe a little bit more into the rotation there. so it looks a tiny bit better. I built a little farm area here I haven't populated yet. There's also like a little bridge kind of thing down here where I might try to pass water through. Stand by for that. I don't know if I'll be able to reach water from all the way over here. The water table is pretty far down. I don't know if there's a way to raise water up. In fact, I'm wondering if I do that, if the water drains out of there, or if it stays in there. So this is where the boat dock will eventually be, so I will have to kind of widen this out anyway. But now what I'm wondering is if I go down far enough, if there's actual water underneath at that level all the time. So we're gonna check that out. That looks like a... It looks like I'm limited on how far I can go. Well, not really. I guess not. So that water was, I'd call it 8 meters down. I don't care about this spot, that's why I'm doing this here. Okay, so I can't get to the water table. Eh. Alrighty. So I'd have to pull from where the water already is. I might end up getting rid of this thing, or yeah, whatever. Okay, now it's daylight out. We can show you the... Alright. So now we have the castle itself. Again, the player house thing I have here hasn't changed yet. It may or may not stay. I might turn this into like a longhouse type thing, sort of like the inn over there, where it's just multiple players can stay. I have a set of front gates that I moved to over here. That gives rampart access to shots in case something tries to get in, etc. But I overall just like the look of it. It's got a man gate and then carriage gate like a regular castle actually would. So bonus points. Window design I'm not done with yet, but you can see the general aesthetic. I took 2 darkwood hangers and I inverted them on themselves, and I got that cool design that I really liked the look of actually. So I made that the window design. And I've got this thing up there with a shield above it. Ideally, I would have liked that placed middle, but this tower is an awkward shape to get this door design. So I may or may not keep that. Inside the castle, we got a first floor here. I kind of liked the idea of an open first floor, but I still wanted a second and potentially a third floor. So I have a second and a third floor. So I achieved the opening on the castle by utilizing this circular shaped kind of center portion. Made out of gates. There's 2 towers inside this base. these are still in progress, of course. One's like a bedroom setup almost, and it has stairs that lead to the second floor and a balcony, similar to the last castle you saw design-wise. I just shortened the balcony up a little bit, and I got rid of the rampart access because I didn't think it was necessary when you have this much, this much room to shoot from. This stuff's not done yet, but this obviously leads to the first floor. So you have access to the third floor basically 3 different ways in this castle, actually. Or second floor, third floor. The second way is this kind of secondary. This is what will be eventually like a kitchen type area, or a servant's quarters potentially. And it has access via the roof to the second floor here. I have not put in the door yet. I will eventually decide on what I want to do with that. However, for the interim, pretty much anything you see in Cage isn't progressed on. It's simply there as a, you're doing something here eventually. So once you get up, second floor is kind of just an open outer ring type deal. It does have the same style of windows. This glass, again, may or may not move forward into the thing there. And then, still yet incomplete. And again, this is where that second, like, bedroom type thing is. And then up here, on the third floor, will be the final floor. And it is not completed yet. I still have to determine where I kind of want access from. So I thought, as an idea though, so these are all kind of like balcony windows. They're all going to be just left open like this on top. However, I made one, just one, into a door. So you can pretty much tell what the general aesthetic here is. And I'm thinking that eventually there will be access from maybe this tower. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with something like this. Yeah, just so it's a double bridge. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still, as I mentioned before, I kind of wing my builds, so I have a general idea of what I want to make, and then I kind of flesh it out as I go. I've seen some very much more talented than me people build some very, very, very nice castles. So I happen to know that mine will be nothing like theirs. That will lead to the third floor. There will, of course, hopefully, be access to the third floor from inside. But we gotta... First thing I'm gonna do, though, is I'm gonna start roofing this in, just so that we have shelter. And we're gonna roof it with floor stones. And I'm not terribly concerned with the overlap on some of these. In terms of the circular ceiling there, it's mainly just for looks. There we are. So this will give us an idea kind of how sealed we are. Man, getting these things to snap in kind of sucks. Now that should make us sealed, yeah? Yeah. I guess not. So we're not sheltered with this, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we should be sheltered with floor stones. Otherwise, I planned my whole build wrong. I initially thought of this as potentially like a queen's room or something, you know, but with the center thing here. I almost want to get rid of this and just make this an entire floor. Still keep the circular roof. But I like the idea of being able to look up. But I'm not liking these here. I don't know if I need them for strength, though. I may or may not need them. There, that kind of blocks us in for now. Look at that, our floor is already fucked up. Floor gets rained on one time, it breaks to half health. Kind of something I wish they would fix in this game. It's maybe even through mods or something. The getting rained on and losing half their health kind of sucks balls in terms of. So Valheim publishers, if you see this, get rid of the stupid 50% health wood thing. I want to build shit, not worry about if my stuff is all falling apart. Yeah, I'd like my village to stay my village. Also, a dev command that makes it just sunny all the time would be really neat. If there isn't already one. Why is this fire, like, out? Oh, I was gonna say. It's got my bomb-proof chimney set up in it, so it shouldn't go out. I've never seen it go out before. So I've showed you guys the bomb-proof chimney and other videos, so feel free to go back and check that out if you want to see it. It'll be at the end of my kind of lake house video, I'm pretty sure we'll have it. It shows you how I get this square chimney that's open on top. Yeah. Pretty much. I'm gonna relight this just in case. I like being able to see. I kind of consolidated some of the lighting too, so that's helping with the frame rate. I will eventually update this card to a 40 series and I'll have less of these problems. And then I think I'm gonna end up reformatting my SSD and putting my faster one in my first primary slot for games. And so pretty much all there is left for this third floor is filling out the floor. All of this will be here. You can kind of see now where it's going. It'll look a little something like that. And I'll do the same thing with the windows up here on this side so that they all look like these ones. And all there really is filling in. There we go. And then eventually these will have maybe something along the lines of these. Coming off. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not, but that was kind of my idea. My idea. But you can see how I got the windows to look like they did. I just did these together. And they make that design. Gonna make a double balcony, I like that. There we go. And all we need here is to finish up the cages that surround it. grab all these up here. There we go. And once we go in here, that should all look pretty decent. Gives access to this little roof. Again, it's kind of just more of a peek down in case you get attacked by something. Same with this one, it's just a little bit of a peek down. But anywho, that's my quick 30-minute update for you guys on what I have going on with the castle build, how it's looking so far. I have been working diligently. Like, comment, subscribe if you're interested in seeing the outcome of this. I will let you guys know if anything else comes up in the future. You have games you want checked out, feel free to reach out as well. And that's kind of what I like to do, is check out early access builds, etc. So thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to Average Room Just Plays.